We leave our normal video-based magazine format to a more didactic session on lipids. Did you know that 25% of patients don't fill prescription meds for lipid control? And the ones that do, 25% of those don't fill their second prescription due to the side effects or fear of complications. This shows how many people are uncomfortable with the pharmaceutical industry, and that many of your patients are open to natural therapies for cardiovascular prevention. 100 million people are prescribed statins, yet some studies show 52% of patients may not be telling their doctor they're not taking their medicine. Knowing this, Dr. Mark Houston has researched and clinically tested nutritional alternatives for decades. Together with Biotics Research, he's developed a product called Cardiolipid to meet this need. I have a link to a webinar given by Dr. Houston as he discusses the rationale and dosage recommendations behind Cardiolipid. He spends the first 20 minutes describing the science behind the 5 ingredients and their synergistic value, and the next 35 minutes answering clinical questions. Dr. Houston holds 3 postgraduate fellowships in internal medicine, anti-aging medicine, and hypertension, so his understanding on lipid therapies is invaluable. What's exciting to me about this formula is that it goes beyond reducing LDL cholesterol numbers. LDL cholesterol is present as a repair mechanism. The goal of Cardiolipid is to support the repair process. Based on his webinar and his personal comments, I'm going to cherry pick the highlights that are interesting to me, but I know you'll want to watch his complete presentation for more details and references. His opening slide shows the benefits of Cardiolipid based on a double-blind, placebo-controlled clinical study he did at his institute. He found Cardiolipid reduces total cholesterol, reduces LDL, reduces LPLP, which stands for LDL particle number, reduces apolipoprotein B, lowers triglycerides and LDL, increases HDL, increases the HDL particle number. It doesn't change or increase coenzyme Q levels. It reduces high sensitivity CRP, lowers oxidized LDL, which is really the most potent modifier causing the greatest damage. It also may reduce blood pressure in some patients. Each capsule of Cardiolipid contains red yeast rice for 267 milligrams, phytosterols 233 milligrams, odorless garlic 111 milligrams, berberine 56 milligrams, and delta tocotrienols 9 milligrams. He discusses in detail how to determine how many capsules are needed based on one's LDL numbers. As you know, red yeast rice is not a statin, but lowers LDL cholesterol like a statin. But it also contains a plethora of positive benefits. It's been shown to reduce hsCRP, oxidized LDL, and ApoB. Dr. Houston shared an interesting study with 5,000 Chinese patients with previous myocardial infarctions who received 600 milligrams of red yeast rice for 4.5 years versus the placebo. For those taking red yeast rice, cardiovascular mortality decreased 30%, and total mortality was reduced by 33%. You may remember that some of the red yeast rice products were removed from the market in the past due to the presence of mycotoxins. Biotics Research does a thorough job on screening all raw materials for toxins, especially mycotoxins. Because if mycotoxins are present, the product is rejected before it's released for manufacturing. Phytosterols. Phytosterols have been effective in lipid control, but perhaps the greatest benefit is the inflammatory support by reducing CRP, interleukin-6, TNF-alpha, and fibrinogen. Garlic. Garlic has been shown in 39 trials to support dyslipidemia therapies, but of interest is the reduction in coronary calcium and plaque progression in humans. It also improves ED, endothelial dysfunction, and pulse wave velocity. Odorless garlic was the most effective and the form contained in Cardiolipid. Berberine. Berberine has a plethora of benefits, including the production of AMPK, an alternative energy source. Also, it's a natural PCSK9 inhibitor. PCSK9 regulates how many LDL receptors you have. Studies have shown that if you have naturally high PCSK9, you're more likely to have high cholesterol. It's also a natural ACE inhibitor, which is one reason why cardiolipid may reduce blood pressure. You can see an earlier link to the right for a discussion of berberine. Delta tocotrienols is in the vitamin E family and found to be the most deficient in humans. It has many benefits, but the one that's most exciting to me is that it goes directly into the mitochondria to increase mitochondrial coenzyme Q10. The dosing on this product is based on your therapeutic goals, the therapeutic goals that you set for your patients. When the therapeutic goal is to reduce LDL levels by 22%, Dr. Houston says to take 1 capsule 3 times a day with food. When the therapeutic goal is to reduce LDL levels by 33%, take 3 capsules in the morning with food and 3 capsules at night with food. When the therapeutic goal is to reduce LDL levels by 50%, take 4 capsules in the morning with food and 5 at night with food, which is the maximum dose. You noted that these are common reductions and that the results may vary. Some may increase and some may decrease depending upon one's genetics. Dr. Houston shared that the beauty of this product is that it's really an all-in-one comprehensive formula. Patients would need to have 4 different products to receive the same benefits. Dr. Houston also shared that based on his clinical experience with cardiolipid, this is not just a lipid-lowering product, but truly a cardiovascular health promoting product. There's a link to the right to watch Dr. Houston's 55-minute webinar, and I really hope you take the time to watch it. There are so many clinical pearls that you'll be able to apply with your patients. Given that 25% of patients are not filling their prescription meds for lipid control, and of the ones that do, 25% of those don't fill their second prescription due to side effects or fear of complications, I think you can see that many of your patients are open to natural therapies for cardiovascular prevention. Thanks for taking time to be with me today. I look forward to being with you again next Tuesday.